Hey guys, so I just got out of my hostel and it's about 10:30, a little bit after. Kind of got a late start this morning, but we've got lots of things to do. I'm just gonna go get some coffee.
My second day in the wonderful city of Amsterdam, so I started off by getting some breakfast. You can check out my full breakfast review on my top 3 places to eat breakfast in Amsterdam video. After fueling up for the day, my first stop was the flower market. The only floating flower market in the world, Bloemenmarkt, is located in the city's southern canal belt. This is a perfect place to take a stroll and look through the hanging bulbs of tulips and other flowers. Looking for that perfect souvenir to give to mom? They can also mail bulbs to anywhere in the world. It's not very long, so think about spending less than half an hour there, and don't worry if you can't make it by spring. This market is open all year round.
So we just got done walking through Bloemenmarkt, where you can get all sorts of bulbs and tulips and all sorts of flowers and plants. It was a lot longer than I expected. I mean, it's not very long, it's like a 10-minute walk, but it was very interesting, all the stuff that we found. Now I think we're going to head over towards the Gogh Museum, and there we can see the I Am Amsterdam sign, which that should be fun, and I think after that we'll probably head to Basel Park. As you guys can see, I have the I Am Amsterdam sign right behind me. It's filled with tourists. I guess everyone comes to take pictures, selfies, that sort of thing. I came here last time, and I think the Van Gogh Museum is right in front of me.
One of my favorites, the Van Gogh Museum, is organized so you can chronologically see his works as his life progresses. It's so interesting to see the reflection of what was going on in his life through his famous paintings, which include the infamous sunflowers. After that, head over to the I Am Amsterdam sign, where tourists line up to take pictures. Whether it's alone or with a group, you'll find all sorts of people trying to capture that perfect travel moment by taking a picture along the sign. Or, if you prefer, you can stop to take a rest by the pool next to the sign. Here, you can enjoy the beautiful flowers alongside the pool while lounging around or spending time with that special someone. Either way, it doesn't matter if you're young or old. No trip here is complete without an I Am Amsterdam sign selfie.
So we took a little detour. We're actually at this marketplace. I think it's called Cuyp Market, and they sell basically a lot of like street food, which is one of my favorites. Let's see what we can find.
Our little detour was at the Cuyp Street Market, which is the busiest in all of Netherlands and is supposed to be the largest daytime market in Europe. Much to my surprise, it had more than just your average street food. They sold all kinds of items ranging from food to clothing. The famous Dutch stroopwafels are freshly prepared here every day if you can find them. It's a pretty long walk down the entire thing, especially if you are constantly stopping to look at stuff. They literally had everything, but I was on a mission. No waffles for me, I just wanted to get a Dutch croquette sandwich that a friend recommended, and voila, I found it. At a stand they were making some delicious looking thick potato fries, and just for a mere 50 cents more, you could add additional sauce. But I was looking for something with a little more substance. The croquette.
Okay, so we just got done with that marketplace. It was really cool, lots of stuff to see. I was really wanting some of those waffles, but finally we stumbled upon the croquette, which is what my friend had originally said that I should taste, so let's find out what it tastes like. So red.
When you don't want it more.
awesome. So we finally made it. We're here at Basel Park to enjoy the beautiful nature that it has to offer. It's one of the biggest parks that I think I've ever been to, and it's one of the most awesome, so hopefully you supply.
Ready for a break from the busy city? Come to Basel Park, where you can take a stroll or ride your bike and get lost in this 120-acre urban park. This park has something for everyone, and with every turn, you'll immerse yourself in nature. Enjoy the beautifully designed landscapes and its inhabitants, whether they be the migrating ducks, visiting dogs, or Amsterdam locals. This is by far my favorite place to visit in the city, especially on a sunny day. You'll find all sorts of people riding bikes, running, and even having picnics. I recommend that you spend at least a minimum of an hour here, especially if you plan to see the majority of the park. I spent over 2, but I love parks. Either way, Basel Park is very representative of Amsterdam and its carefree nature, so relax and enjoy.
Hey guys, so we just got done with Basel Park, and I've been trying to find a place to sit down, but I'm just crazy trying to get some coffee. Let's see if we find somewhere, that way I can take you guys to the Anne Frank house and hopefully the Cheese Museum.
After getting some much needed coffee, I was back on my way. The day was slowly coming to an end, and we still had 2 destinations to cover. I had already been to the Anne Frank Museum once, and it was the highlight of my first trip to Amsterdam. It's basically a must for anyone visiting. The museum is the original house where Anne Frank hid out from the Nazis while writing her infamous journal. You can pre-book tickets online with specific time slots from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. If you're visiting after 3:30, be prepared to stand in line for a little less than an hour. Hungry? Once you're done, you can cross the street and head over to the Cheese Museum. This is a tourist trap you don't want to miss. Entrance is free, and once inside, you can see the top collection of cheeses from European countries and even their top award-winning Dutch cheese. Try and sample different varieties of cheeses as the friendly staff help you to choose the best cheese to take home. My personal favorites, the pink and blue cheese. As my journey came to an end, I took one last walk around the city. Amsterdam offered exactly what I needed, a place to just be. Humans have a deep-rooted need to freely express their individuality. Here was a city that thrived on this, a culture whose people lived and let live, yet came together in peace. Amsterdam is definitely one of those places to experience a sort of mini utopia, and with spring giving way to its natural beauty, this European city is the perfect spring getaway.